The internet is going nuts with this Tyler Perry allegation where he's seemingly implied to be the billionaire Hollywood mogul that SH'd actor Christian Keys. However, there's a lot more evidence coming in that we might be wrong. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signar. Now, look, I don't know what's going on with this case yet. I know we taped this a while back, but I'm so glad to break some of it down with P. Dinah. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me back.
I know this story blew your mind too. I saw you did really well as you were reporting it, as I did, and I thought this would be a good conversation to break down your thoughts. And as we were prepping, you showed me some stuff here that's now put in even more doubt, and I want to see where you stand. So, guys, just to recap before we get into this discussion, Tyler, again, at time of taping, Tyler Perry was never said. His name was never put out there. Even when we did our report, I warned you all. We didn't know for sure. But it was hard to not assume who else this familiar billionaire would be that everybody would know. Given all the other stuff, a documentary was just coming out, he mentioned. There was a lot of stuff. Tyler Perry's who we started with. There was a lot of pieces that made it seem like it was Tyler Perry, as a lot of us were assuming. However, what's very interesting is P. and I were looking. Here's Christian Keys' alleged X account. This is the problem with taking away the verified account. Elon is now, we never know who's really who, but this seems like it's his real Twitter page. And if you go to his likes, P. pointed this out. This user says, watching Christian Keys, you can tell he's clearly a victim. Only $3,000 to his name, violated by a gay billionaire. And no, I don't believe it was TP. I wish Christian would have taken action. The man would still have his money and good name, and Christian will remain broken. Why would he like this tweet? No, I don't believe it was TP. Now, maybe I still refuse to accept it. I'll be shocked. But the other big evidence that realized is his last show, Christian Keys wrote, created, based on the book, produced and written and directed by Tyler Perry. So that means this guy was just working with him, like literally just working with him. And that, again, more evidence here that's like, well, what's really going on here? There's also an interview that I found here. So here it is, where he's talking about this was taped not too long ago.
You know what? For me, it was more important to get that title created by. Tyler does a lot of his own shows, and this is his first time ever really branching out and bringing someone else in to create it. And he liked the show, and he liked the pilot. We were in the pandemic, and he was like, well, you know what, man? Why don't you just write the season? The pilot's good. I said, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll write it. I will write it. So it's amazing to be able to do it and to see it through. Eva's amazing. Eva Marcel is amazing.
And this is strange. I don't know about you, but this changes things a bit as we watch it of like, well, it's not that I'm trying to doubt Christian. I don't know what happened, but who else could it be? So, Vidana, does this change your mind a little bit as these pieces are starting to come in? What are your thoughts?
Well, actually, no, it does not change my mind. Only because I think that when he liked that tweet, he could have been referring to other parts of the text to like it. Now, I did see while you were scrolling, someone else put up, it's not TP, hashtag Christian Keys. And I think someone's just taking that tweet and making it their own. I think there's only one way to know if it's not TP, and that Christian needs to come out and say it, because the lines are blurry. The lines are not clear whether or not, he's saying this. You just can't assume. Someone had, I don't know where I saw it, but I saw someone had put up a tweet, hashtag Christian Keys, and they said, it's not TP. Well, right there. I
don't think it's TP, because this is from that clip about, why would you do this interview promoting him? I mean, I guess it would make sense since he did.
Could have been whenever.
Yeah, and he's implying that the guy was literally paying him off with a car and offering him money to be with his clothes off. It sounded like it was recent. So I don't know. It's either going to make some of you believe it more or not, but it's definitely making things crazy. What I'm still stuck on, like, who else would it be? He made that point of saying if you heard the audio, you'd know immediately and your heart will be broken. What other billionaire mogul is that familiar than Tyler Perry that would have even made sense in the situation of the work that he'd been doing. Clearly, what the other thing that's strange about this to me is like, not only do they work together, they were working together, right? And it's like, was Tyler giving him access because he kept hoping to get access? You know what I mean? It does sort of play into the play, or was Christian playing along more as well, you know, and wanted that access, was willing to take that access, but doesn't want the world to know. I'm honestly more confused now than I was before.
Well, this is what I think. I think that, when you have relationships with people, there are good days, there are bad days. And I think, Christian Keys has been in this working relationship with Tyler Perry for many years. And then they had a long break and now they're working together again. And I think the harassment started back up again. And I think most recently, Christian has just, I've had enough. Because this happened, I think, around 2005, 2009 time, like in between that time. And now he's working again with this person. And I think it just started back up. And he's just like, look, I'm putting an end to it. I don't care that we're working together. I don't care if we're supposed to make good, like all is good still. I want this to stop. And this is why I believe he has made this interview and these accusations, because he wants to kind of set the tone for, I'm not moving forward in this working relationship with you if this is going to continue. So,
well, and here's something interesting to back it up, because here we are on his Instagram page, which posted it, and he went live from. So to me, it is the only verified thing we know of. And he does not list the Twitter account here. My only Instagram is this, my Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. All other pages are fake.
Wow.
So that's pretty telling right there. So then, as much as we thought this was his page from a while ago, doesn't sound like it is. A lot of followers, it's fake. He should shut that down.
And this is interesting, because I think him saying that is to show you that he knows this is a fake account. And so he didn't. So that's so telling, because now that shows that he is not making a like on an account that is saying that it's not TP. So it sounds like it could still be TP, right?
But see, I think this is also just proving the problem of like why you don't put an accusation out there without the name. Because if it's not Tyler Perry, this is his Instagram, and if it's not Tyler Perry, well then, my God, the dude just put Tyler Perry under so much scrutiny for the past few days. Why isn't he coming forward? It's like Meghan and Harry not saying, Omid's a liar, we'd have nothing to do with it. This no comment from him as everyone's making these implications. You'd think, like, even Prince Harry is like, it wasn't the Queen. You know what I mean? Like, they even came out and said it wasn't Prince Philip, it's not the Queen. They did that. You'd think he would come forward and be like, guys, it's not Tyler.
Right.
And that way, at least we would know and be not having this speculation. His silence is pretty loud, don't you think?
Yeah, when we live in this age of misinformation, it is so imperative that people that hold the keys to the truth, they more so than ever have to come out and dispel the lies because of the misinformation. And so not coming out and saying that it's not him is very telling. And just like with like what you said, Harry and Meghan, when they saw all the backlash all the royals were getting, they came out the next day and said it's not the Queen or Prince Philip who made these allegations about Archie's skin color. So Christian Keys, I'm sure, would do the responsible thing. And he would come out and say, hey, it's not TP, if that were the case, because he seems like the kind of person that would come out and dispel this information, considering someone may be getting all this backlash, So yeah, that just has to be the new norm as far as I'm concerned. You just have to come out and say it's not them.
Yeah, I mean, it's really dangerous to be out there making these accusations, and that again was my only problem. Like he did look, whether I don't know if he's acting or not. It seemed like he was emotional to me. He is an actor. I don't know how good of an actor, but I will acknowledge the fact that yes, it seems like he's going through something. It seemed painful. And so my only issue, though, is, to go out so broadly, generally, and leave these implications out there is incredibly dangerous. And to not drop the receipts is incredibly dangerous. To do a whole hour where you're walking the line and you're not accidentally, it's a lot where it feels like, dude, take your time, do what you got to do, but don't come out till you're ready and you're going to do it the right way is sort of where I'm at. It's a little frustrating, not to, if he really is a victim, not to tell a victim what to do, but you know what I mean? It's just frustrating as you do it because I don't think it helps his credibility. Do you disagree?
Well, I kind of do, only because, these are very high profile people. And I think something very serious has happened to Christian. And he did say he was in talks with his lawyers. I think he is going to come out and say it, because I do, partially agree with you. Okay, you have to come out and say something, but perhaps maybe he's waiting to come out to say the name until he gets the okay from his attorneys, because he is in talks with the attorneys. He said he's going to be going to the police with the tapes. So, and because he is still in a working relationship with said person, perhaps this is just, I'm putting something out there to back off. I'm going to, you heard what I said during my Instagram to kind of shake things up a little bit. Now leave me alone. Let's have a professional working relationship and do what we're doing, because I'm moving forward with what you have done to me, because I'm sick of it. So let's keep looking, because I think it could come out, because that would be the right thing to do, not to throw his mentor under a bus like this if it's not him. But he's probably just going on the advice of his attorney. It's going to come out. It's going to come out, just like what came out about P. Diddy and Cassie. It is going to come out, because
So
you cannot be too big to fall.
You're still sold it's Tyler. I mean, there's a lot of theories out there. Guys, I implore you to go watch that Boondocks episode. Pause. It is a pretty savage takedown of Tyler, of how he uses religion and implying that is there more to it. I've seen a lot of people sharing that episode. This was an episode that Tyler was so upset by. He got TBS to pull it off, to stop airing it, because he had his own 2 shows on there and was so frustrated by the implications of this show. All I say is go watch it. There's clips on YouTube and stuff you can find, but go look up the Ma Dukes Finds Herself a Man episode. It just shows that you're never too big to fail. we were talking about this in another video. I don't know if it went and aired, but you're never too big between Oprah and Tyler. You never know. And the fake superficial relationship that Meghan had with them, even beyond the point, Tyler is seemingly in trouble. It's weird to me Christian hasn't either. You'd think he would have, if it wasn't Tyler, you'd think he would have put the kibosh on that as someone he's working with currently. It's very weird he would just, and he's posted since then. Why would you not immediately, like, everybody cool, it's not Tyler. Tyler and I are cool. The fact that he hasn't is very telling. And if I were Tyler, I'd be really pissed at him for like, dude, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Right. I'm sure a lot's going on right now as we speak, but it's very telling though. And I think it needs to happen, because even, the industry is so nefarious in that a lot of people are put in these positions who are trying to work and to make a living. And then you have these high profile people who abuse their power. And it just seems like at some point, it all has to come crumbling down. It has to, because lives are being ruined. People are being taken advantage of. And a lot of people are just getting away with a bunch of criminal activity. And, at some point it will be revealed. And I think right now Christian is doing the right thing. Imagine what you are doing to someone, against someone that's very powerful. Even if it's not TP, right? This is a billionaire. He said it himself. So it's someone that's got access to a lot of money, And
I feel that way every time I report negatively on Elon Musk. I'm like, he's got a lot of access on these platforms. But said. I got to hear more evidence. I'm waiting for it. I'm listening. There definitely seemed to be some, emotion there that I'm believing. But it's hard to not think it's not Tyler. And if it's not, dude, you should have come up so much quicker. But we'll see where this goes. Again, at time of taping, we didn't know. But such a good conversation. Guys, we had another great one with P. Dinah over on Palace, where we did expose Prince Harry as the actual royal racist. We pulled something out that I've forgotten about, and it is not good for Harry. I don't know what Omid and Meghan are thinking. If you want to hear on that, make sure to get on over there. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to P. Dinah over on YouTube as well. Hit the button, hit the bell. In fact, do it on both channels. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, smash that like button, and leave a comment. And what do you think? I want to hear your thoughts. Are you now a little bit more concerned it's not Tyler? Should Tyler be upset? Or are you with P9 and you agree, no, it's probably still TP? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Final thoughts before you go. Anything else you want to say?
I just want to say that we're in the age of social media now, and anybody out there that has, done this kind of like egregious behavior towards people who are up and coming that want to have real opportunity in the world, they should really be concerned, because right now the age of technology is exposing a lot of people who have done bad things. This has been going on for years. I mean, centuries. Okay. Like, it's been going on since the invention of Hollywood. It's been, it's finally coming to the surface, and it's all getting ready to shatter and come down, because enough is enough.
Well said. We'll see how it goes. Again, also at the same time, there's a lot of people who are just not telling the truth. So we got to always walk that fine line. We do have to walk that line.
Right.
And there's a lot of people who take that fast pass to Hollywood if they want it. This guy sounds like he did, and I hope he didn't do both ways and we're not getting stuck in the middle. That's why I'm still waiting to get all the intel. Let's see what happens. I think he needs to drop more of this. Who is it? And drop those receipts. So stay tuned. When it happens, we'll let you know. In the meanwhile, make sure to hit all these videos, check them out, subscribe to both channels, and thank you guys so much for watching here on Popcorn Planet.